Hey, it's Tuxedo Mark. It's 5:57 p.m. on Wednesday, September 15, 2021. And I just want to show you all of the latest stuff that I got. Oh, come on. All right, so I went to the store for one specific thing, but I'm going to save that for last. I then went back to electronics and I looked at the video games, didn't get anything. And then I looked through the cheap bin, like the DVDs and stuff. And I found three movies. I looked them up on my phone. Hey, Lukey boy, thanks for joining me. So I looked them up on my phone. Some opinions are split, or at least I looked up two of these. I decided to get them because they're not much more expensive than renting them off Amazon anyway. So it was the $5 pin. So the first is Chick Fight starring Malin Ackerman, who you might know as Silk Spectre from Watchmen. And also Bella Thorne. That name sounds familiar. I'm not sure if I know her from anything, but and then they got Alec Baldwin. So it's like an underground female fight club type thing. I actually have another movie that I got. Hey, Random Cactus. I actually have another movie that I got out of a different Walmart discount bin way back in like December of 2002, I think. It was called Girl Fight, and it stars Michelle Rodriguez. So I figured, okay, this could be like a companion film to that. So, like, yeah, why not? This one, it's called Tribal, Get Out Alive. And it stars someone named Zara Fythian? I don't know. It's like an ex-military operative, and she and her former team member are hired by a millionaire to guard his latest property that he got. But there's like an underground area, like underground buildings, where there are people down there that apparently have been experimented on, or like some kind of mad scientist or something, and they're kind of like zombies, but not exactly zombies. So I don't know. I decided to pick it up. Why not? Last one I found right as I was about to pass the bin by and go back up front to pay. I couldn't resist. I mean, The Hunt for Vlad the Impaler. In the middle of the 15th century, in the depths of Turkey during the Ottoman Empire, the land is torn apart by horrendous atrocities against the terrified people by the cruel and bloodthirsty Vlad the Impaler. The ruler, Baba Sultan, orders a group of 7 fearless warriors known as Delalir, I don't know, Delilah, to hunt down Vlad and end the persecution once and for all. The 7 heroes set out on their long journey, stopping at nothing until they find the inhumane Vlad and defeat him in what will be a battle to end all battles. Okay. Yeah. Apparently, this one is on Amazon. It's not free on Prime, but it's available on Prime Video. It's just called Vlad the Impaler instead of The Hunt for Vlad the Impaler. But the cover art is pretty much the same, except there's like a white background. It says Game of Thrones meets Vikings. Okay. Apparently, I can't find a physical copy of this on Amazon, which is kind of weird. Apparently, this is a Russian film. Yeah, it says you have a choice of English or Russian with English subtitles. Okay. So this one's from 2019. Tribal is from 2020. Chick Fight, it's from 2020. So these are new movies, pretty much. Yeah, I figure this one was appropriate for the season. I don't know if it has anything, if it's gonna have any vampire stuff in it or not, but what? Oh, Tribal is actually loose. It's not a good sign. It's loose in the case. Yeah. Hope it's not too scratched up. If I don't like these movies, I can always donate them at the local Lil Free Library. Yes, I know it's for books primarily, but I've seen videos where people have put DVDs in there, so why not? Anyway, now for the big item. Oh, by the way, Vlad was like less than $4, so it wasn't even a $5 movie. Anyway, so this. Oh, I guess I should turn it so you can see it. It's a compact refrigerator. It's like 1.7 cubic feet. I decided to get this because the fridge in the kitchen has problems. Now, a bit of backstory. I believe we're on our fourth fridge. There was the fridge that we got when we got the house. And then I remember, I don't know what year that this was, but my dad got us a newer fridge. Not a newer fridge. He got a junk fridge from somewhere. And he put it in the kitchen. I think our old fridge might have been moved to the garage. I don't remember. He gave us a junk fridge, and he was on one of his annual trips to go to Poland for vacation. And I realized there was hot air in the fridge, and the milk and everything was spoiling. And I told my mom, I don't know if she was at work at the time, and I called her or what, but yeah, our food was spoiling. So we had to get a new fridge. So our third fridge. And it's been fine. Now, a few years ago, back when my mom was still alive, my brother-in-law, apparently he decided to get us another fridge. I'm not sure for what reason exactly, but yeah, he brought a fridge. It wasn't even new. It was a used fridge that he got from some other house that he was working at or something. So we had to, move our old fridge, that is our third fridge, to the garage, plug it in there. He brought the new fridge that he got. We put it in the kitchen, transfer the food and everything. So yeah, I don't remember when this was exactly. A few years ago, probably. Anyway, there's a few problems with it, and I think I've mentioned it to him before. I mentioned it to my sister, maybe. Maybe even my mom was aware of it. I don't remember. But one of the problems is the items on the bottom shelf really don't get that cold. I actually had a gallon of chocolate milk spoil from it sitting on the bottom shelf a few months ago, I think. So now all that I keep on the bottom shelf is a gallon of water. I don't keep any vegetables or fruits or anything inside the drawers all the way on the bottom. Um, Generally, I just consume my fruits and vegetables in liquid form anyway. So, but anyway, also the the seal on the door in the corner, um, it's becoming demagnetized. And it was doing that at the beginning when we first got the fridge, but it's like expanded. So it's like this area in the upper corner is there's a gap. So one, bugs can get in there. So I have to clean it out fairly frequently. And two, it makes the motor turn on more often than it should. And I'm sure that uses up quite a bit of energy. So I was looking at the various fridges that they had. I thought maybe I could get one with freezer combo, but I really don't use the freezer that much. What I've got in there right now is a partial bag of ice cubes. It's not even for myself. I got it like a few months ago during the summer when it was really hot, so I could drop ice cubes in my pet's water to cool it down a little bit. So, and I've got a partial package of Steakums. So, and that's it. Oh, and like two Coke or cherry Coke, like icy cones. You know, those icy slushes that you can get at the convenience store and stuff like that. They sell them in packages in a harder form, obviously, than you get out of the fountain. They're all right. So there's two of those in the freezer too, and that's it. I really don't keep stuff in the freezer. So I decided to get this fridge. One, because the other fridges that they had, they're smaller and they might be cheaper. In fact, they are cheaper, but there's notices on the packages that they will only cool down items about 20 to 28 degrees below the ambient room temperature. And in my house, it's regularly in the 80s or 90s. So that's really not gonna do much. This one, I spoke to someone. He's a friend of mine at work. He works in the housewares area, and he said this is more like an actual fridge. So I decided to get this one. It was only $71, and with my discount, it ended up being like 68 or something like that. I figure as long as I transfer everything from my current fridge to this one, and I unplug the big fridge, this should pay for itself in terms of savings. Like, I don't know, within a year, I guess. I hope. My sister and my niece are visiting next month for my birthday. And they're going to be bringing Polish food from the deli. And my sister's probably going to be wanting to make smoothies and salads. So she's going to be buying a bunch of groceries and stuff. So we're going to have to plug in probably the fridge in the garage while they're here to store some extra stuff. And she's bringing food from the Polish deli in Chicago. But other than that, I think this is really all that I'm gonna need because even the fridge area of my current fridge, there's not a whole lot in there. Um, a jug of water, which I can keep outside. It doesn't matter. Uh, I can just fill up one of my plastic bottles with water and stick it in the fridge to get it cold. Sometimes I keep a bottle of juice in there. Right now, I've got like mostly condiments and powdered milk, flour. Um, Most of my drinks and stuff I keep on the floor outside. I just stick a can or a bottle in whenever I want to get it cold. So I don't make much use of the actual fridge. I think I got like a a container of Tang in there. um, but yeah, so uh, I figure the way that I can do this is I can buy. This new fridge doesn't have a freezer. It has a chiller compartment to keep like small ice cubes. But what I figure I can do is if I want a microwave meal or some kind of frozen thing, I can just buy it on a day that I'm at work and eat it for dinner when I get home. Other than that, I could just keep, I could just eat food that can simply be refrigerated instead of frozen. Um, so yeah, so I'll set this up in a while. Probably has to run for a while before I start putting anything in there. Um, and then slowly start transferring food, uh, food stuff from the big fridge over to this one. Probably like next morning or something. Um, yeah. Other than that, let's see what's going on with me. Watching stuff. Um, let's see. I'm currently I think I already mentioned this series. I'm currently watching Swan's Crossing on Tubi. Apparently, season 4 of Star Trek Discovery starts in November, so I gotta finish up season 3. Star Trek Picard doesn't come out till next year, and I believe Star Trek Strange New Worlds isn't until next year either. Gonna try to check out Dollhouse. Maybe after I watch Swan's Crossing. Dollhouse stars Eliza Dushku, who played Faith on Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel. It ran for 2 seasons. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm a Star Trek fan. Been so since the mid 90s, I suppose. I saw some original series episodes in Chicago, like one summer when I visited for vacation. Probably around 93, 94. I saw Star Trek for The Voyage Home on ABC, and this was in like I think I saw it twice, in 92 and then 93 again. But I didn't really get really into Star Trek until the series finale of Star Trek The Next Generation. That's when I started watching. Starting with All Good Things, and then just watching the previous episodes. And then I got into Deep Space Nine and Voyager and Enterprise. And then from 2014, around 2014, when we first got Netflix, I noticed pretty much all of Star Trek was on there. So I thought, okay, I'm going to watch the entire franchise. Took me 2 years. I finished it in 2016. I watched all of TOS, TAS, TNG, DS9, Voyager, and Enterprise, and all of the movies. And then eventually when it got CBS All Access, which is now Paramount Plus, I started watching Discovery and then Picard. So yeah. And Lower Decks, which is like an anime series like Futurama or Family Guy. It's a comedy, basically. So yeah. Other than that, I've started checking out the iCarly reboot. So I'm kind of watching the original iCarly and the reboot kind of simultaneously. I want to get up through the point of iCarly where they start crossing over with Victorious before I get back to watching Victorious, so I can kind of get caught up on all the characters before the crossover events and stuff like that. And then after I watch the original iCarly and Victorious, I'll watch Sam and Cat, which is like a spin-off of both series. But yeah, I'm watching the iCarly revival right now anyway. Basically, they all moved back into the same building. Carly restarts iCarly, and off we go. Same old stuff. They're just, older and not necessarily more mature. No Sam, obviously, because she didn't want to be a part of the revival, and she's kind of embarrassed by the role from what she's said. So, yeah. And I suppose I could get caught up on some MCU films that I didn't see in the theater. You can watch them on Disney Plus, like the second and third Thor films. What else? The first Ant-Man. Yeah. Anyway, so I think I've kind of rambled long enough. I've got another BookTube video that I gotta edit that I recorded a while ago, so that'll be up eventually. And that's it. Not much else is going on. The pets are doing okay. Chuki's playing with his bell right now. It's kind of cute. Yeah. So anyway, thanks for watching. And it's 6:21 p.m. and that's it. You too, Random Cactus. Thank you.